Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. Business dinners are one of the most common places where people suddenly feel pressure about wine. Maybe you're hosting a client, maybe you're meeting a new colleague, and maybe you're sitting down with a group of people you want to make a good impression on. Then the server hands you the wine list, and suddenly everyone looks at each other. Someone has to make the call. Moments like this are where wine can feel surprisingly high stakes. You want something good, you want something appropriate for the setting, and most importantly, you want something that works for everyone at the table. This is exactly where Merlot shines. Merlot is one of the safest and most reliable red wines you can order in professional settings. The reason is simple. It sits right in the middle of the red wine spectrum. Merlot has enough body to feel substantial and polished, but it rarely feels too bold or overpowering. That balance is incredibly helpful when you're ordering for a group. Flavor-wise, Merlot usually shows notes of plum, black cherry, and sometimes a touch of cocoa or baking spice. The texture is typically smooth and rounded. That smoothness is one of the reasons Merlot is so widely liked. Unlike some heavier wines, Merlot doesn't feel aggressive or overly intense. It tends to be approachable and easy to enjoy, even for people who only drink wine occasionally. This makes it feel especially useful at a business dinner where you may not know everyone's wine preference. Another advantage is food pairing. Think about the kinds of meals that often happen during client dinners. Steak, roasted chicken, pork, pasta, grilled vegetables. Merlot pairs comfortably with all of those dishes. It has enough depth to stand up to richer foods like steak, but it's not so bold that it overwhelms lighter dishes. That versatility makes it a smart choice when people at the table are ordering different things. There's also a social benefit to ordering Merlot: familiarity. Even people who don't follow wine closely usually recognize the name Merlot. That familiarity helps the table feel comfortable with the choice. Instead of ordering something obscure that might make people hesitant, Merlot feels approachable and recognizable. And it quietly signals good taste without feeling you're trying too hard. Here's an interesting detail that most people don't realize. Merlot is actually the most widely planted grape in Bordeaux, one of the most famous wine regions in the world. Many of the prestigious wines from Bordeaux rely heavily on Merlot for their smooth texture and balanced structure. So while Merlot sometimes gets overlooked in casual conversations about wine, it plays a major role in some of the world's most respected bottles. That's part of what makes it such useful wine to recognize. It works in high-end settings, and it works in restaurants, and it also works in everyday social situations. So next time you find yourself at a business dinner and someone asks what the table should order, remember this. You don't need to find the most complicated wine on the list. You don't need to impress anyone with obscure regions or unusual grapes. Sometimes the most confident decision is simply choosing a wine that everyone will enjoy. And Merlot does exactly that. It's smooth, versatile, widely recognized, and comfortable for the table. And that makes it one of the safest red wines you can order when the moment matters. So that's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for your next decant.